Richard from MJP Performance, aka Psycho. Today we're here at the garage. We'd like to talk to you about the little beast. Anybody who knows me knows the little car. We're associated with each other, and yeah, we'll take you for a walk around the car and what we've done so far as the modifications go. Basically today we're going to walk you through all the upgrades that we've done on this car since, well, the 18 months that I've been racing it and tracking it. It's just a phenomenal little car. I've owned some, really quick cars in my time and raced some really quick cars, but this thing by far is the most entertaining car I've driven. Not only the power, how it delivers it, its handling. We haven't found anything. You can watch some of the other videos that are online of how the car performs on track. There's nothing fake about it. It is what it is. So we'll have a walk around the car and I'll go through from day one where it started. The car was sat here as it is. It wasn't all liveried up. It was just in the plain red. I helped build the garage here. I jokingly said to Martin, I wonder what a little Fiesta would be like hill climbing. And he seemed a bit nervous, and we discussed it and decided to take it to Warrington Park Hill Climb. It was pretty much in the standard form outside, but we've done the stage 3 Revo upgrade, and that was basically it. There was no diff, there was nothing else. Took it to the hill climb on standard road tyres, and it happened to be raining really badly, and we won the class by over a second, which is 12 cars in its class, and it was putting in some really good times. So it just started from there. So this got us to do the bug of developing the car and obviously using it as a showpiece for MJ Performance. We've basically stripped the car out, plexiglass gone in, we've taken all the electric motors out of the door, fitted a removable steering wheel, the bucket seats. Yeah, there's a half cage in it, which is we're further developing a front cage as well. And we'll see the harnesses to make us safe on the track. We've taken a fair amount of weight out of it so far, and yeah, there's more to come. Obviously, we're going to try and get as much weight out of it as we can. But there may be some big nasty holes cut in there for the roll cage, but we'll try and keep it as neat as we can. And it will always remain a track beast, but it will still be able to driven to the shops every day if you wanted to go shopping up in Tesco. So also it's used as a demo car for the product that we sell down here. So we'll show you under the bonnet. A lot of people think that this is a bolt on and play car. It's not. We've done a lot of development under here. and hope you like the sexy bonnet. Obviously we've got it's a full-on carbon bonnet to again reduce weight. It's yeah, it looks stunning. You can see one of the stickers all here, Simpson Race Exhausts. Should be really, I suppose, one of the first things that we talk about. Yeah, well, as you can see, if you've got one of these little cars, it looks slightly different in here than it would do under yours. The gold wrap is obviously for heat protection, but one of the main differences to this car, it's got the stage 3 Revo upgrade, yeah, and it's now gone to the RT 330, which is bigger turbo internals. There's a bigger turbo elbow on the exhaust, and we've added our own, developed by Simpson Race Exhausts. Matt Simpson provides half of the exhaust for the touring car grid, and he developed this for us, which is, I think, the single biggest difference to the performance of the car. It was phenomenal. When I tested it, it was like I couldn't believe the difference in the car. The turbo spools up quicker, there's more lower down torque. It is just phenomenal. So yeah, anybody who thinks it doesn't work, you know, it's the sort of thing we'd fit to your car. If it doesn't work, give you your money back and take it off. It's just, we're so confident in the product and what Matt's developed. It's awesome. We tested this thing on track, you know, on hill climbs. The heat wrapper around this car was because of one of the fault finding missions. We went to the track, and unfortunately, because of the heat this thing produces, we had to decide to change the route of all the boost pipes and the air intake, because on your cars the air intake comes around the back and over the top of the exhaust and then down. Well, that is just, this thing, we've got photos of it glowing red, like a, you know, it must get nearly white hot. So all that temperature was obviously then, you know, transferred to the boost pipe, obviously affecting the performance of the car. The induction as well, this is our own addition. We've got a big mouth intake which forces the air into a sealed air box, which has got a K&N panel filter in it. So there's lovely cold air going straight in there, and hopefully it's staying cold by bypassing going over the top of the manifold. Anybody who is interested in the Revo, you know, the RT 330, the stage 1, 2 or 3, the internals on this engine are standard. We haven't changed the thing. That's the thing with the Revo tuning system. It's reliable, safe power. We've tested this car. I've been to Castle Combe on one of the hottest days of the year, 31 degrees, drove the car, did 10 sessions around the track, and anybody who's seen me drive the car, it wasn't slow, it was flat out. The car didn't miss a beat. It went to Donington after that, didn't miss a beat, and then back to Castle Combe for rally day, and it was perfect all day, and we drove it home. The car's now done 29,000 miles, I think, so it just proves the reliability of the product and the testing that Revo have done. You know, this is the sort of thing that MJ does, which may be different to the other guys. You know, we've got the full Pro alloy intercooler, which includes a crash bar, which you can buy yourselves. I don't know how easy it is to fit for yourself. It's quite a tricky job. There may be little bits and pieces you've got to adjust, but it's transformed the car. Again, you're saving a lot of weight. Yeah, just before I shut the bonnet, yeah, just like to, you know, say we use a CAS plated diff in the gearbox. Yeah, works really well. It's recommended to us, and yeah, can't find a fault with it. It's brilliant. Recommend it. Yeah, we'll shut the bonnet and we'll take you around to the front. We've got the fog light delete. It's there for a purpose now. We've got ducting that goes round to cool the brakes. Clears the brake dust rather nicely and helps keep the brakes cool. When you see the size of the brakes, you'll understand why we need the ducting as well. Made by Hi Spec for MJ Performance. Yeah, like I said, it's a progressive 8-pot caliper. it works really well. I've tested it to destruction. You have to excuse the little scratches on the caliper. It's where I had a trip into the kitty litter at Donington. Yeah, won't say any more about that. But the discs on the front are 340mm. You can have the caliper in any colour you like within reason, with the laser etched MJ Performance logo on the side. Again, that can be picked out in a different colour for you if you like. The discs as well, there's a variation of what you'd like, drilled and grooved, drilled right through, or just plain, up to you guys. Yeah, while we're on the subject of brakes, we'll walk round the back. On the rear now, this is the latest development. We did the fronts first, and then we put them on, and it looked really out of place with the standard setup on. So this here, first off, is a little electronic spot caliper, and yeah, it's now the handbrake. It's operated from inside. All the wiring is hid in the inner arch lining, so you can't see it, and it's up out of the way so it won't snag. Yeah, this is a 315mm disc with a 4-pot caliper. Again, it's a progressive pat caliper. The pistons are different sizes from front to rear, so it works really well. Again, with this one, you could, even if you wanted to have odd colour calipers, you could have whatever combination you like as far as the disc goes as well. You can have you know, drilled and grooved. Yeah, whatever really tickles your fancy. We can also, we build in a spacer into the bell so that if you want a wider offset, that can be widened to your, you know, requirements as well. Inside the car, the handbrake is now just doesn't function, but instead we have a little button down here beside the USB port. We've got rid of the old jack plug, and then just electronic button. You hold it for 3 seconds, the brake comes on. Do the same, the brake comes off. It's brilliant. It works really well. Yeah. Other upgrades to the car have been the exhaust. You know, we've gone with Miltech to start with, but we found that it wasn't quite for us. Some of the it was too loud. Some of it. When you deleted the rear box, it sounded like a trombone. It was too loud, and we think too loud for some of the tracks. So again, we spoke to Simpson Race Exhausts, and he developed this for us, which is one of their packable silencers, which you can remove the surround of the silencer, remove the packing from the inside, or add to it to make the exhaust louder or quieter, depending on where you're racing or where you're going to track. It works really well. It sounds lovely. Yeah, so Simpson done a brilliant job, and we've developed the pipe ourselves with the help of our fabricators for where it goes up and over the rear beam. In the early days of the car, we had suspension wise, we had the H&R springs on the front, the standard shocks. Same on the front, it was the H&R springs and standard shocks. With the extra power and everything we're doing to the car, we decided to upgrade to H&R coilovers front and rear. It's now fully adjustable everywhere. They work so good. Yeah, totally transformed the car handling wise, and yeah, recommended. We can take you out in this car, and anybody that I've taken out in this car, including the guy behind the camera, has bought the product because it speaks for itself. It's just phenomenal. So that's a little beast. I hope you like the video, and if you like the videos, we're going to try and now do either weekly videos on what's going on in the garage. There's bound to be a car in there in stage of development, so we'll then do hopefully the build process of each car. Could be an RS Focus, could be another ST. There's two little STs sat in there now in mid-build, so we'll hopefully show you the builds as they go, and if you like them, like, comment, subscribe, and just follow us on MJP on either YouTube or Facebook. MJ Performance Plymouth. Thank you.